Alright, we're breaking in from our regularly scheduled program to bring you something very special today. We've got a deck that we're going to be opening on screen today. Fresh off the presses. No one else has seen this. Well, a few people have. It's limited to only 700 decks, and I've got one. I'm going to share it with you next. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to the show. We're going to depart from the regular schedule because I've got a new deck. It's from King's Wild. We haven't seen anything from them yet. I've been excited to bring some stuff to you from them. We just hadn't gotten there yet. This wasn't the one that I wanted to do first off, but you know what? It's, like I said, hot off the presses. It's from King's Wild, Jackson Robinson. Stiff Upper Lip, it's called. Still in the bubble wrap. All right, let's go for it. Look at this little card piece here. King's Wild always puts out. They're so very courteous. It says, Damien, thank you so much for your order. You rock. Signed, Jake. Thanks, Jake. Every time I've ordered anything from King's Wild, they include a little note. It's adorable. Brand new deck. Still in the wrapper. We're gonna unwrap it. Stiff Upper Lip. It's inspired by Winston Churchill's 1940 speech to Parliament. There were only 700 of these made. There's an additional 300 of these. Those are going to be gilded. So there's 300 gilded. There's 700 numbered. This is 107. So I'm going to open this deck and destroy all its value. No. No, it's not going to destroy all the value. We're going to enjoy the heck out of it, right? Together. Ta-da! Okay, let's check this out. Very colorful. It has a matte finish and doesn't seem to be embossed. Okay, I'm running my finger over it. You know, I thought that I had read that this was going to have an embossed tucked case, but I don't feel any embossing or foiling. Perhaps that's going to be just for the gilded Matchbox edition. I really like the outside of this tuck box here. It's got some great colors. It says on the side this was their finest hour. Both sides. Jackson Robinson's signature, the King logo with the air respirator on. Designed by Jackson Robinson, distributed by King's Wild Project, 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Made across the pond in the USA. That is a take on the Union Jack flag, which we'll look at. We'll examine a little more. I'm pretty sure that's on the back of the cards. On the top of the tuck box, we've got King's Wild Project. Yeah, so we got the bulldog with the smoking the stogie with the hat. I guess that's a representation of Winston Churchill. You know, something about the colors seemed to me to be like a comic strip or a comic book. Could be the, you know, it could be the dots. These are dotted. It's the way they used to print them back when I was collecting comics. The ink was, the colors were all, had these dot screens. A lot of his, maybe all of his decks have the number 13 on it. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Number 13. Make a note that great many playing card decks do not, tuck boxes do not have a decorated interior. Alright, can we see in there? It's got the bulldogs all the way in there, all around. That's fun. Alright, let's check out these cards, huh? First thing I notice right off is that there's a background texture that they've used. There's color. You can see the color. It's like a I imagine you need to make it look so that it's older or distressed in some way, but it doesn't really look distressed, but it does look like it's like an older parchment paper or something. Maybe not parchment, maybe not quite that old, but... So we've got a blank card. However, it's not entirely blank, is it? Jackson's signature is on it. That's worth something, right? Thanks, Jackson. Appreciate it. Should we talk about the back of the card here? It's not super bright. Very interesting. How close can we get to see all those details in there with this new camera that I've got? See that intricate detail he's put in there for the frame? It's pretty cool. The frame that goes around the basically what is a Union Jack. I don't know that he talked about like the reasons why perhaps like he changed up the Union Jack so much. Like, so you can compare how radically with the scroll work that he's gone from the original. He designed this in a live video. There's a YouTube channel called Decking Around, and he designed this this card, the whole deck, in 24 hours. Jackson's pretty impressive. He's very prolific. They put out Kingswild puts out a lot of decks per year, and I believe that they're all designed by Jackson Robinson. So yeah, man, he's prolific. I'm impressed by the amount of work that they put out, and the quality is pretty cool. Although this is the first one that we're looking at here on this channel, we're definitely gonna get to some of the other ones for sure. We've got a double backer. You got your Bulldog, your Winston Churchill Bulldog. I was doing a little bit of research, and it turns out that Winston Churchill had been referred to as a Bulldog or represented as a Bulldog a long time ago. The blacks are not super dark. Actually, man, they kind of look a little bluish even. Gray, just a hair of coolness in there. I wouldn't really call it blue, I guess, but it's like a really cool dark gray ink that they're using here. The pips are fat. They're fat, and they take up, you can see this 10, they take up a lot of space. You know, it goes all the way up. You know, design wise, of course, you want to lay out the whole thing. You know, these are all decisions that you make. So he brought it all the way up to the top of the numbers, and they're fat, man. Look at that. You know, the two, it's so separated. You know, brought all the way to the edge. Spades with a little dimple at the bottom. It takes up a lot of space on that card. Fills it up. Diamonds. The indices themselves don't seem so so far from tradition. There's the hearts. Pretty cool so far, huh? Pretty standard for those three guys, right? Nothing too special. Fits in with the rest of the deck. But our Ace of Spades, fantastic. We will fight on the beaches. That's not the exact quote. Awesome. Nice drawing, Jackson. I really like that. The pen and ink line work. I always like pen and ink line work. Arguably the best part of the deck is the face cards. What did he do here? Bulldogs. You got all bulldogs. I do like the colors here. And again, with the pen and ink work that he's done, the dotted colors, and very very much like a old time like comic strip, or I don't think he's trying to be comic-y or a comic book, but it brings back that old. It dates it in a way, so it was a great decision to go with that. It was World War II that he's trying to hearken to, and so trying to bring in some style, some elements from an older era is a great way to go. As you can see, all of these, aside from the bulldog faces themselves, the layouts are pretty traditional as far as a lot of this stuff going on. The roses, the weapons that we've got are traditional to your traditional bicycle deck. I think I might break out some bicycle deck and compare some of the designs so we can see, because some of this looks different. This doesn't. This looks a little different to me, so I'd be interested myself to see what he changed here. I'm gonna say move the queen way over. Although I think I have seen this in some other decks, but not the traditional bicycle deck. Yeah. And the hearts. Suicide King on the heart. Alright, pretty neat, pretty neat. I've got a black backed bicycle deck that I used for reference. So let's take a look at, let's see, which one do we want to do? Hand position is the same, similar. Weapon is the same. Shape of the hat is the same. And some of the main shapes are the same. Definitely changed the interior textures. That part around the neck is much wider. I do like the colored background. It really I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's just my affinity for comic books. Looks like a little frame from a comic book. I just dig it. Okay. Hand position and object, hat, all that, that's all the same. He kept it very traditional there. The main shapes, the swooping, that swooping, right? This, that, circles. Yeah, he kept all the main elements the same. He just changed up the interiors. Nice. Yeah, I think that's a great idea if you're gonna go with basically traditional deck. It's good to know where they come from, and Jackson of course does. He's been doing this a long time. He's made a lot of decks. You know, I don't really have any criticism. I'm only pointing things out. You see the indices is very close. You know, the pip is fatter, much fatter, like I pointed out earlier. Weapon same, hand position same, and the main elements, actually, yeah, the main elements are pretty close enough to be recognizable by anybody who wants to play with a traditional deck. All right, man. I don't know that I can say too much else about it. Stiff upper lip from Jackson Robinson's King's Wild. Thank you guys for sticking around for this whole video. It's been fun for me. Like and subscribe if you like this content. I can bring you some more, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye bye now.